Pasta with meat. I want to share a recipe for a healthy Italian dish. Let's start with the onion. Just take half a small onion and cut it into small cubes. Do not cut all the way to the end. Believe me, it will be much easier. Pour 2 tablespoons of olive oil into the pan. Spread the onion. Fry for 4 to 5 minutes on medium or even high heat to properly brown it. Stir the onion constantly with a spatula. Garlic will help make the dish even more fragrant. We put 2 cloves in the press and squeeze them directly into the pan. By the way, you don't even need to cut the garlic beforehand. All the husks will remain in the press. We continue to stir. It's time to add the meat. 450 grams of low-fat ground beef will suit us. We knead it with a spatula, mixing it with onions and garlic. Fry for 8 minutes. If the minced meat releases a lot of excess fat, just remove it with a spoon. We won't be needing it. In boiling water, add a teaspoon of salt and season with a tablespoon of olive oil. Thanks to this trick, the pasta won't stick together. We put 220 grams of pasta into boiling water in whatever form you like. Boil until half cooked. We return to the minced meat. Add to it 1 teaspoon of tomato paste, half a teaspoon of Dijon mustard, and a 1/4 teaspoon of Italian seasonings. 450 grams of tomato sauce are also added. Mix all the ingredients well. After, simmer for 4 to 5 minutes so that the sauce is slightly evaporated. You will get a really thick, saturated mass. Meanwhile, it's time to remove the pasta from the heat and drain. After that, we immediately go to the meat. Pour in 120 milliliters of heavy cream. Simmer for about 3 more minutes. During this time, the cream will warm up well. The sauce will boil a little more. In Italian cuisine, basil is very often used. If you want to follow tradition, take a couple of leaves and cut them. Basil will give the dish a bittersweet taste and a wonderful aroma. To make its qualities as bright as possible, chop the basil very finely. We transfer the pasta to the minced meat. It should absorb all the juiciness and all its taste. Top with basil. Mix with a wooden spatula. See how beautifully the minced meat wraps around the pasta. This dish is crumbly, but at the same time smooth. A little more heat on the fire, and you can safely serve this beauty on the table. The final touch is 1 piece of Parmesan cheese, grated on a fine grater. You don't have to use it, but we highly recommend that you do. Finally, everything's done. We can't hold ourselves back anymore. This dish is a real treat for the taste buds. After all, Italians know about good food.